Welcome to The Explainer. If you've been following the news, you know the world of AI is moving at a dizzying pace. So today, we're going to piece it all together. We're not just looking at random headlines, we're looking at them as moves in a huge, global game that's literally defining our future.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The last few weeks have been an absolute whirlwind. We're talking massive deals, new rules, and new players popping up everywhere. To really understand what's going on, we're going to frame all this as strategic moves on a giant global chessboard. And trust me, what happens here really matters to you because it's going to affect everything from your job to your privacy.
First up, let's talk about the big guys, the titans of tech. Let's take a look at the huge calculated moves they're making to lock down their territory on the board.
And the game kicked off with a real shocker. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, just announced this historic cloud computing deal with Oracle. Yeah, Oracle. Nobody saw that coming. This was a total stunner because everyone just assumed the big AI players were locked in with the usual cloud providers. This move just goes to show you that in the AI game, all the old allegiances are completely up for grabs. Now check out Microsoft's master plan here, because it's pretty brilliant. On one hand, they're doubling down on their golden goose, letting OpenAI go full-on for profit. But, and this is the kicker, at the exact same time, they're buying AI tech from Anthropic, who happens to be OpenAI's biggest rival. It's a classic two-front war. It's like betting on both horses in a two-horse race. They're positioning themselves to win no matter which startup ultimately comes out on top. And believe me, this game is getting fierce on a whole bunch of fronts. You've got Google, which is facing accusations of being a bad actor for how it handles data. At the same time, Chinese giants like Alibaba and Baidu are basically declaring independence from Western tech. They're training AI on their own custom chips now. And then, out of nowhere, comes DeepSeek, a new Chinese app that has sent total shockwaves through the industry. Why? Because it proves you can build high-quality AI with less advanced hardware. The global competition is heating up fast.
Okay, so that's the titans. Now let's turn to the other side of the arena, the absolutely explosive world of AI startups. The amount of money venture capitalists are pouring into these companies is just staggering. So for instance, there's this company called Micro One. It's a direct competitor to a really well-established player, Scale AI. Well, Micro One just raised a new round of funding that values it at $500 million.
But hold on, that's just the start. Sources are now reporting that Mercor, another startup that focuses on AI training, is looking for a new valuation that could soar past $10 billion.
And it doesn't even stop there. Perplexity, the AI-powered search engine, has reportedly just hit a valuation of $20 billion. I mean, the numbers are just astronomical. This isn't a trend, it's a full-on gold rush.
But to keep this engine humming, the big players are now trying to foster the next generation. OpenAI, for example, has launched its own mentorship program called Grove. It's designed specifically to help new AI entrepreneurs get their start. It's a really smart strategic move. They're not just building a product, they're building an entire ecosystem of innovation around their platform.
So with all these billions of dollars flying around and technology moving at breakneck speed, a new and really crucial set of players had to enter the game, the rule makers. Somebody's got to be the referee in all this.
And yep, governments are officially stepping onto the field. California, which is usually a trendsetter when it comes to tech regulation, has already passed new bills for AI safety, and they're specifically targeting the rise of those AI companion chatbots. On the federal level, the FTC has launched its own inquiry, and they want to know exactly how much data these AI companions are collecting from all of us.
And what's interesting is, it's not just governments. The industry itself is trying to write its own rulebook. Big content platforms like Reddit, Quora, and Yahoo have actually teamed up to create something called the RSL protocol. Think of it like a digital do-not-enter sign for AI models, giving these companies a way to control whether their super valuable user-generated data can be used for training.
And let me tell you, these new rules have some serious teeth. The AI company Anthropic just had to agree to a massive settlement, $1.5 billion, with a group of authors who claim the company used their work without permission. The message here could not be clearer. The days of just using any data you want without consequences, they're ending, and the financial stakes are incredibly high.
So okay, we've got the titans, we've got the startups, and we've got the referees. But why does this whole high-stakes game matter to the rest of us? Well, because its impact is no longer theoretical. It is actively changing our world right now.
Just look at the media industry. Publishers are sounding the alarm. Because as AI gets better and better at summarizing articles, fewer people are actually clicking through to their websites. This directly threatens their business models, and honestly, it raises some fundamental questions about the future of how we get our information online.
And the changes are reaching into the very structure of government itself. In a move that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, Albania has appointed the world's first AI minister. I'm not kidding, an AI itself named Diela, with the stated goal of helping to fight corruption. We are literally witnessing AI being integrated into the core functions of a nation-state.
And all of this brings us right back to the personal level. As these technologies become our companions, our tutors, and our assistants, it forces us to ask some really urgent questions, like what is the actual nature of our relationship with them, and what are we giving up in return?
And this is the front line of the AI game for most of us. Those AI friend chatbots are now being investigated over child safety concerns. In the office, a growing number of employees are using AI tools without their employer's permission, which is creating this whole new dynamic of shadow AI. And like we saw, regulators are asking some very hard questions about just how much of our lives these AI companions are actually recording.
So as this whole game continues to unfold, every single move matters. The outcome isn't just about which company wins a contract or which startup gets funded. It's about who gets to write the rules for our future. So the question is, in this great AI game, who are you betting on to shape our world? The titans, the startups, or the rule makers?